So in the earlier videos we have seen that every component returns some JSX. Furthermore, you can also influence or control the content that is being rendered in the browser. In the last video showed that we can do this by using props. However, there is a alternate second method to influence the content that is being rendered in the web browser, and that is through the use of state. So let us review what we have learned so far about the props object and have a comparison between props and state. And we can also influence the content being rendered in the web browser through the concept of state. So let us have a comparison between props and state. First difference is props get passed to the component, whereas state is managed within the component. Analogy is function parameters for props, variable declared in the function body in case of state. Third is props are immutable, that is we cannot change the props once the values have been assigned, meaning that if some information is being passed from the parent component to the child component cannot change the value of the props object. In contrast, value of state can be changed, and the particular component have full control to change the state. In functional components, props can be accessed by using props parameter. In class components, props can be accessed by using this.props. Whereas state can be accessed in functional components using use state hook, whereas in class components state can be accessed using this.state. Hooks are as of this recording, hooks are a new feature to React. So when you start working on existing React projects, you will be encountering several class components which you will found making use of the concept of state. So let us open the Visual Studio Code editor, and without wasting much time, let us get started by creating a folder within the creating a new file within the components folder called message.js. And I would like to copy, because message component will be a class component, I will be copying pasting the content from welcome to message component, and I am doing the necessary modification. Class name will be changed from welcome to message, and similarly I will be importing the message. But in this case we are not going to display any name or hero name, simply we are going to display the text welcome visitor. And in app component we are going to import this message component. So import message from components folder and message. Similarly import it in the app component by using self enclosing tag. Save this file. We need to write E here. Save this file and save this file. So as take a look at the browser, you should see the text welcome visitor being displayed on the web browser. Now here we have a new requirement. We want to add a button called subscribe. By clicking on that button, the text should change from welcome visitor to thank you for subscribing. So for doing that, we go to the before the render function, you need to create the constructor, and first we will be making use of super method, because the message component is extending the component class from the React library. That's why a call to the base class constructor needs to be has to be made. That's why I have make use of super keyword to call the base class constructor. Now we have to if you are passing the information from app component to the message component, the text welcome visitor cannot be changed by making use of props, because props are immutable. That's why I have to create a state and initialize that state. And it is an object. So we'll be writing here message and welcome visitor. Now similar to props, the state can be accessed using within the curly braces this dot state dot message, state dot message. So save this file, and now you should again see the text welcome visitor being displayed in the rendered in the browser. Now you want a subscribe button. So for doing that, we have to make use of here left parenthesis, because the JSX is going to split over multiple lines, and that also between the div tag, because React want only one HTML element to be returned, that is the wrapper element div. Right, and now here we should have the right parenthesis. Now we have to create a button. And the text of which should be subscribe. Save this file, and you should see that the button subscribe has been properly placed right below the welcome visitor text. Now when you click on this subscribe button, an event will be generated. To listen to those events, we have to use an event handler. So on click. Don't worry about event handling. In a few upcoming videos we will be dive into the, and we will be getting into the details of the event handling. So here don't worry about event handling. Simply you have to assign some handler to the on click event, and on click event will be making use of camel case naming convention, that is C will be in on click C, in click C will be in uppercase. So opening curly brace, and here we have to use the fat arrow syntax, and we have to call here this dot change message. Here change message is message handler, sorry, event handler. So change message, and we save this. Now we need to define this change message right below the constructor but before the render method. So we'll be writing here change message. We'll be defining this function, and now we want to change the text from welcome visitor to thank you for subscribing when you click on the subscribe button. So you need to change the state. So state can be changed using the set state, calling the set state method, and which accepts an object. So here we'll be writing m. So the text now would be thank you for subscribing. So as soon as now when you click on a subscribe button, the text now should change from welcome visitor to thank you for subscribing. So this is how state can be, component has the full control over state can be changed, but props are immutable, props cannot be changed. So if you want to change the text by clicking on the subscribe button from welcome visitor to thank you for subscribing, you need to make use of state. You have to create a state first, you have to initialize the state, and you have to call the set state method, which accepts an object where we can change the value of the message property to thank you for subscribing. Now save this file, and let us take a look at the web browser. As soon as you click on subscribe button, the text should change from welcome visitor to thank you for subscribing. So we have got the desired output here. The text has been changed from welcome visitor to thank you for subscribing as soon as you click the subscribe button. So we have seen how we can make use of set state method and the concept of state, but there can be much which can be done with the set state method or with the state, which we will be seeing in the upcoming next video. So don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching my video, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and enable notifications. Thank you guys. I will see you in the next one.